Hey guys, what's going on? James 4-Wheel Drive here. So this is going to be part 3 of the mini truck series. In the first 2 parts you saw me build the engine. In this part you're going to watch me put it in the truck. The only thing I want to say is that the vacuum lines that you'll see in this video are routed incorrectly. So please don't use the vacuum line routing that you see in this video to route your vacuum lines because your engine won't run right. You'll see that later on in the video. The engine didn't really want to start, it had issues with cold starts, and it had issues, it just didn't seem to have a lot of power. At the end of the video I will show you the correct routing of the vacuum lines, but if you're watching this I don't want you to duplicate the middle of the video and then have issues. So anyways, I've talked enough. Let's just jump right into it. Okay, so this is kind of the, see the engine supported. This is kind of the sling that I've made for doing this. So mine has a headache rack. I don't know if they all come with one, but you've got one strap hooked into the hole for the exhaust. You have one strap over here on the motor mount, and you have one strap on the front on the eyelet. Now, right now this engine's too far back, but when I get it up in position, I can bolt the cross member onto the motor mounts or whatever, and then I can slide it forward, and then I can bolt it into the frame. So this is the design that I figured out, and it seems to work pretty good. So we're gonna lift this up, and I'll come back when I have the mounts done. I do have to power wash this, so. All right guys, so we got her mounted in there. The transmission cross member is clean, and it's been bolted up, so that's what we're working with. I do still have a ratchet strap on the front, and the reason why right now it's teeter-tottering, and this keeps it from, you see, keeps it from nosediving and tearing the mounts. So that's what we got so far. We're just gonna, basically it's plug and play from here on out. I'm not gonna go into super big details. It's a waste of time to tell you every little thing, but all right guys, so it's a little later in the day. It's really hot today. It's 95 degrees. So we've got everything installed, everything's kind of hooked up. I put in the distributor. You put it on 8 degrees on this mark, and then you stab the distributor where it's pointing to cylinder 1. Okay, so the rotor right now is pointing towards this cylinder. That's the way I did it last time. I'm also going to get out a timing light, and you can make some adjustments here to get it right, but just to start it, I think that's going to be sufficient. We got our clutch and all that stuff hooked up. I'm gonna set this exhaust. Just gonna sit up on there. Nothing super fancy. Lights even on? Maybe it's dead. Getting nothing. Like nothing, no lights. Nothing. Nothing. What the hell is going on here? That's fire 1. Let's go. I haven't adjusted the carburetor or anything. So I just wanted to show you something. So on these engines, they have this little screw right here, comes out of here. This is an air bleed hole. It's to bleed the air out of the engine so that the engine fills up with coolant. If you don't do that, your water pump won't have any coolant around it, and so it won't circulate and you'll burn up the motor. So make sure you pull that out. And I'm out here at the front and got my funnel and we're pouring water into it until I can see it coming out of that hole, or that in theory is what you're supposed to do. I heard a bunch of air come out of it, so this engine may need to run for a minute, circulate and get all the air bubbles out of it, but that's what we're doing. Hey guys, so today is the day. We got her all put back together. The seats are in. Little cover. Seats are in. Everything's bolted down. I didn't put the cover over the rear yet. I still need to, I don't have an air filter. So we're gonna have to wait until I get an air filter, but we're about to go take her. This, dude, I hate this thing. I gotta fix this door. But anyways, we're going on our maiden voyage. So, let's see how it goes. Something wrong with the carburetor or something. We're gonna have to, maybe the fuel's bad, I don't know. So I figured out that I was shifting it wrong. I was shifting first into fourth and it didn't like that. So we're in second right now, but oh. Once it warms up, it's good, but when it's cold, it didn't want to run at all. I hope we don't run into any cops. Hit 40. This thing is kind of, it's hard to film and drive. Yeah, once it warms up, it's good. But when it was cold, boy, this sucker does not want to run. I think it just needs some run time. Oh yeah. Alright guys, so I talked about the vacuum lines not being hooked up correctly. This is the correct routing. So this big check valve canister goes here. Then you have your EGR here, right there. And then that's your idle up with the little check valve for your idle up, okay? It's imperative that you hook these up correctly, because if you don't, they don't run right. So I just wanted to show that before we end this video. And I do have a very, very, very tiny oil leak coming out of the back of this. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna unbolt this, put some sealant on it, and I gotta pull the distributor to do that, but I'm gonna reseal that. So that'll be it for this video. I really I hope you enjoyed watching me work on this mini truck. It's been the first one I've ever worked on. We've rebuilt the engine, put it back together, and it's doing really well. It's got tons of power, runs really good. I'm pretty happy with how it turned out. So If you like these type of videos, if you want to see me work on some more stuff, I've got tons of other projects, things I'm always working on stuff. So if you want to see that kind of content, like and subscribe to the channel, and we'll see you on the next one. Thanks for watching.